It's been almost a year since hundreds of thousands of protesters gathered in Kiev's Independence Square as part of a wave of demonstrations against corruption that would eventually oust President Viktor Yanukovych. Now the leaders of the so-called Maidan movement plan to move away from the barricades and into parliament. Journalist Sergei Lyshenko is one of those young activists. He's running in Sunday's legislative elections on the ballot of Ukraine's new president for the Petro Poroshenko bloc.
Society demands change, and we as journalists can be critics, write articles and become famous, but we don't really change the system. And now there are elections when the regime is forming for the coming years, and there is an opportunity to go inside the regime and change it from the inside. And so I chose the political force that represents the regime.
Lyshenko is one of many new faces that have emerged onto Ukraine's political scene. Like him, Andrei Tataruk, a former volunteer commander who fought pro-Russian rebels in eastern Ukraine, says he too wants to battle corruption from within. And to do so, he has joined Prime Minister Arseniy Yatsenyuk's People's Front.
One day the war will end, but we could still have the same highly corrupt pro-Russian parliament that was in place before the war. So now I think that I can help by working behind the walls of the new parliament.
Some from this new political generation have drawn criticism for choosing to team up with the political establishment, as activists fear that the country's political elite will continue to pursue politics for personal enrichment instead of reforms. Others have chosen to stand as independents, like Irina Dovga, beaten and humiliated for supporting Kiev in the rebel bastion of Donetsk. She's now running for election in the eastern town of Slavyansk, back under Ukrainian control.
It's not worth believing in finding an agreement with the rebels or appealing to common sense with them. These people have no laws, no honour, no pity. They're savages.
Even though some of the new parliamentary hopefuls have maintained links to long-time politicians, the upcoming vote is set to significantly change the political spectrum. For the first time in 20 years, the Communist Party may fail to be elected into parliament, a sign that Ukraine is ready to sever all ties with Russia and its Soviet past.